Walang kain-kain, tas nang lalakad. Layo ng lalakarin nila. Diyos ko.
The caricature portrays a group of exhausted students burdened with backpacks as they unwillingly partake in a school trip. The image is framed within a smartphone screen, showing how the issue gained traction on social media with concerned voices speaking out. The statements on the speech bubbles highlight the frustration of students and the wider community, who believe that forcing students to participate in such activities, possibly without proper safety measures, is unfair and irresponsible.
On the other side of the image, a school administrator labeled as Bestlink College administrator holds up a sign that simply says, "Fake news." So this moment in the caricature speaks volumes. Instead of addressing the students' concerns, an administration appears to dismiss them entirely, brushing off their grievances as misinformation.
Should students be forced to take part in activities they did not agree to? Or what kind of level of responsibilities can schools have when organizing off-campus events?
So, this caricature serves as a wake-up call not just for Bestlink College but for all educational institutions. Schools should be places where students feel heard and valued, not where their concerns are ignored. Education is about more than just academics. It's about respect, responsibility, and the freedom to make choices.
Evening. Tonight, we discuss about the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. A word that sounds like it involves fruit, but actually means politicians getting told off in the most dramatic way possible. Just like this made-up script I did, just because I'm being forced to read. And what better example than the recent impeachment of Sara Duterte? The Vice President, that's right, That's right. She's been accused of things like assassination plots, corruption, and of course, stealing from confidential funds. And worst of all, not being best mates with the president anymore. It's like Mean Girls, but with poor government budget planning. Just like this skit.
To get the votes of people. Inyong lahat. Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, Bongbong Marcos.
And what better example than, yes, impeachment once again.
Now, impeachment is a serious process. It's when politicians decide that another politician is being a bit too dodgy. And instead of just sending a passive-aggressive email, they vote to kick them out. It's democracy's version of saying, you can't sit with us. But how did we get here? Let's start with the most important accusation, plotting to assassinate the president. Now, in most jobs, even joking about murdering your boss would get you fired immediately. But in politics, they have to debate about it first. It's like if your coworker said, what if I poisoned Dave's coffee? And instead of calling HR, everyone voted on whether it was a good idea or not.
She appears anxious and overwhelmed, likely reflecting the pressure and scrutiny she faces in the impeachment proceedings.
A metaphor for justice, it visually represents the trial's weighing of the defense or truth, an evidence or confidential funds issue. The scale suggests an ongoing struggle, possibly indicating that the evidence might outweigh the defense.
Defense contains truth, implying that her legal team will argue her innocence. Evidence is marked with confidential funds, referencing the corruption allegations surrounding the misuse of public funds.
Represents lawmakers or senators presiding over the trial, ready to decide her fate.
The caricature illustrates the Senate impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte, depicting her as the central figure in distress. The imaginary highlights the tension between defense and evidence, symbolizing the high-stakes battle during the trial.